Hello Stellar friends, it's Amber here, and today we are going to be learning the strumming and the fingerpicking to Hallelujah by Leonard Cohen. Now, if fingerpicking is a skill that you are currently working on, then this is a song that you absolutely need to add to your song list. So let's get started. So first things first, make sure that your guitar is tuned to standard tuning, and for the original Leonard Cohen song, you are not going to need a capo. However, for this lesson, I am going to be placing a capo onto the first fret of my guitar. And the reason for this is because I find it easier to play bar chords when we use a capo. And second of all, it's much easier for me to sing the song with the capo on the first fret. So if you are wanting to play the song with the original backing track, make sure that you take the capo off. And if you're wanting to play along with me in this tutorial, then you're going to need to put a capo onto the first fret of your guitar. So let's take a look at those 5 chords we're going to need for the song. The first chord we need is an A minor. We're also going to need a C major. Next up, we have a G major. We have an E major next. And the final chord is an F major. So here we have that bar chord. And I find that when we have a capo down on any of the frets, playing a bar chord is just much easier. And we can get a clear ringing out of all of the strings. Now, if this is too difficult for you, then there is an easy alternative called an F major 7 chord. And the diagram will be up on the screen for you. And you can also play a hybrid version of an F chord, which is a mini bar on the first and second strings. And then you're just adding fingers 2, 3, and 4 in the same shape from the bar chord. And you can strum this chord from the A string down. So something to take note of, the song Hallelujah is written in what we call 6/8 time. This just means that we're going to have 6 8 notes in each bar, and we're going to count it like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And as you can see there, I was swaying along with the beat. This just means it has a waltz-like feel. So make sure that you are in that waltz-like feel when you're playing the song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to look at the strumming part first, and it really is dead simple. We're going to be doing 6 down strums on each of the chords. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is one round of the strumming pattern. So if we pull up the chords from the intro, we have a C changing to our G major. So the C will get 6 down strums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the G will get the other 6 down strums, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Something you can do here to add an accent on beats 1 and beats 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that kind of allows the listener to know when to sway with the beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it just kind of moves the song forward. So just practice changing between the C and the G in that intro. And you can practice that back and forth a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Until you really have a good feel and grasp on that pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is going to lead us into the verse of the song. So the chords are going to be up on the screen. The first line of chords, we have a C to A minor, and then we repeat that again. C to A minor. When we move on to the second line, we have F to the G, to our C chord, and back to the G. And each of those chords that you see up on the screen is going to get one full round of the strumming pattern. So it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Switch to the C chord and A minor and F to the G and C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The third and fourth lines are going to be up on the screen. We have a C. We then have an F and a G chord in brackets. And this just means that they're going to share the strumming pattern. So the F chord will get the first 3 down strums and the G will get the other 3 down strums. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then have A minor and then to our F. The last line of chords, we have our G chord to the E chord and A minor. And then that final A minor with the little star is just indicating 1 down strum. So the third and fourth lines are going to sound like this, starting on the C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6, F, G, A minor, F, and G, to the E chord, and A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can hold that A minor for the entire 6 beats and just let it ring out. So let's put the whole thing together now, starting from the very beginning of the verse, and it's going to sound something like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, A minor, and C chord, to the A minor again, and the F chord, to the G chord, and C, G, the C chord, the F and the G, A minor, and the F again, the G chord, to the E chord, and A minor, and hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the final section of the song that we need to learn for the strumming part is the chorus. It's really easy. We have the F chord for 2 rounds of the strumming pattern. Then we're going to be going to the A minor for 2 rounds of the strumming pattern. Back to the F for 2 rounds. We then have C to the G, and then it repeats the C to the G. So if we try that with the strumming pattern, it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeats. A minor. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. 2, 4, 5, 6. F. 4, 5, 6. Repeats. To the C and the G. To the C again and the G. Right, let's do that again, and we'll add in some singing here. So on the F. Hallelujah. Halle, A minor. Halle, F chord again. And change to the C, the G, and the C, and G. So I've zoomed in for the fingerpicking section today. What we're going to need to do for the fingerpicking basics is we're going to assign our thumb to the E string, the A string, and the D string. Your index finger will own the G string, and your middle finger is going to own the B string. So the good news is that nothing really is going to be changing that much when it comes to the time signature, that 6/8 beat, the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to be counting up to 6 for this fingerpicking section as well. So the other good news is that the chords are not going to change either. So all the chords that we learned in the strumming section, we're just going to be finger picking those chords now. So let's take this one section at a time. We're going to start out with the intro. So we have our C chord and we have our G chord. Okay, so let's go and set ourselves up, starting on that C chord. Remember, our thumb is the one that's going to be traveling between the different bass strings, but our index and our middle fingers are going to stay on the G and the B. So what's really going to be changing is that our thumb is going to play a different bass note depending on the chord. So for a C major, the bass string will be our 5th string or our A string. And the finger picking pattern is going to be thumb, thumb, 1, 2, 1, thumb. Or we can count it thumb, thumb, index, middle, index, thumb. So the thumb is going to be playing the A string, the D string, then we have index on G, middle on B, and then we go back to the index on the G, and our thumb plays the D string again. So my advice would be to spend some time just practicing on the C chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we move across to the G chord, now there are two options here. You can play a regular 4-fingered G. Okay. But what I like to do is play almost like a cheat version of the G chord and just squeeze down the notes I need. So I'm going to take my ring finger and I'm going to play the 3rd fret on the E string, and I'm going to take my pinky and play the 3rd fret on the B string. Okay, so it doesn't really look like a G, but it's giving us the sound of a G chord. Okay, now when we talk about the picking hand, our bass string is going to be the low E string. And then we do D, G, B, G. Exactly what we did with the C chord. The only thing that changes is the bass string. So you might want to spend some time here, just practice transitioning from the C to the G. I don't mind which G you use. If you're more comfortable playing it with all 4 fingers, that might be easier for you if your pinky and your ring fingers are not very strong. So it's really up to you what you feel like playing. I'm going to be using my 3rd and 4th fingers, just so you know going forward in this lesson. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C to the G. C to the G. Now, if you're enjoying the song and you love the sound of fingerpicking, then you are going to love what I have just put together. I've created a brand new fingerpicking course called Let's Pick It Up. In the course, I will take you through everything from the foundations of fingerpicking to Travis picking to folk style fingerpicking, as well as exploring a repertoire of beautiful songs that you can add to your playing. This course is not going to teach you a bunch of boring exercises. I've made sure that we will spend time learning real music. We'll be exploring songs from classical to Spanish to folk and so much more. So if you'd like to build your fingerpicking skills properly and have more songs to play, then go ahead and click the link below this video and come and join us inside the course. I cannot wait to see you there. Right, when we move across into the verse of the song, again, the chords stay the same as from the strumming. So the first line of music will be up on the screen for you. And as you can see there, we have a C going to A minor, back to C, and to A minor again. And the good news here is that the bass string doesn't change. We're going to play that A string as the bass string for both of the chords. So the C to the A minor is going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A minor. Back to C. A minor. Okay, and a little bit faster. And something that's really fun to add in here is sort of like a walking bass line where you can walk down to the A minor and back up to the C. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So what I'm actually doing here is that last D string on each chord, I'm skipping that and I'm not playing that D string. I'm coming back up to the A string to add in a note. So if you watch carefully from the C, it's going to be 3, 2, 0, 1, 0, and then I'm playing the second fret on the A string. That leads me to the A minor, and then I'm going to play it again, which is going to walk me back up to the C. Now I haven't added that in the tablature because it's almost just some creative embellishment that you can add in. So you can make a mental note of that, and you can use that in the first 4 chords of the verse. So it could sound something like this. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. Okay, leading us to the next line of music, we have an F chord to a G to C to G. Now the F chord here we have to play as a bar chord. And the reason for this is because we need that root note on the low E string. Okay? So the F chord is going to have its root on the low E string. The G chord, I'm going to play my cheat version again. Then we have the C. And back to the G. So let's try that again, starting on the F chord. So our bass is on the E. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. G, bass is still on the E string. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The C chord, bass is on the A string. Back to the G. It's quite a tricky line to get right because our thumb is jumping around quite a lot. So in total, it will sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. F, G, C, G. The next line of music we have is our C. We then have the F and the G sharing a bar, and that mirrors what we did already in the strumming section. We then have a full bar of A minor and a full bar of our F. Okay, so let's go through this bar for bar. Our C, we know this one already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When we get to that next bar, which is the F, and then to that G, they're going to be sharing. So the F is going to get the first 3 beats, which will be thumb, thumb, 1. So we're picking out the E string, the D string, and the G string. When we change to the G, it's going to play the exact same strings. E string, D string, G string. And we're playing thumb, thumb, index. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we have the A minor next. And then back to that F bar chord. So in total, that line is going to sound like this, starting on the C. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. C, F, G, A minor, F. Okay, and we have that final line from the verse. We have the G, we have the E chord, and we have A minor. Okay, so our G, cheat G. When we play an E major, we pick out the same strings as the G. And then we have one full bar of A minor. And then we're going to pick out that A string and hold it for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in total, that line, starting on the G, here we go, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, E, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, A minor, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the next section we have for the picking is our chorus, and we're going to have 2 bars of the F, followed by 2 bars of the A minor. Okay, not too difficult, because these are chords that we already know how to finger pick. We're just using the same pattern with our right hand for the chord. Okay, so for the F chord, we know that our bass string is the E, and then we're just playing E, D, G, B, G, D. And we do that twice. When we move to the A minor, our thumb is now playing the A string. And repeat. So that line is really easy. 2 rounds of F, 2 rounds of A minor. Here we go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Repeat. To A minor. The next line of music will be up on the screen. We have 2 bars of F again. Repeat. We go to our C chord, to the G. Okay, so in total, without any breaks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, F. To the C and the G. And then the final 2 chords we have there, C to G. So that is how you play the finger picking for Hallelujah. Now, what's going to be coming up next is a playthrough of the strumming section first. So we'll be doing a demo of the strumming with the chords, and we'll be doing 2 verses and 2 choruses. And then after that, I'll be doing a demo of the finger picking section, and we will also be doing 2 verses and 2 choruses so that you can get a good idea of how the song could be played. So here we go. Let's go for the playthroughs. Let's take it from the top. A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do you? Well, it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moon tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord, but you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the 4th, the 5th, the minor fall and the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah. 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 Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof, her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. She tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair, and from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 So there you have it, everyone. That is how you play Hallelujah on the guitar. I hope that you enjoyed the strumming as well as the finger picking sections in this lesson. If you did, don't forget to give this video a like and to subscribe to my channel. I cannot wait to see you in another lesson. Have a wonderful day. See you soon. Bye.